Riley Newman versus Dylan Frazier and J.W. Johnson, who was here earlier today in mixed doubles, taking the bronze with sister Georgia Johnson. This is Michelle Esquivel. I am joined with Matt Mayfield. You guys, we're going to have a tremendous match here. We have Christian Alshon in the red shorts on the far side to serve. And you see Dylan Frazier with that forehand on the inside of his body, attacking well below the net. Incredible shot there from Frazier. Quick speed up from Riley Newman, successful there. Off the bounce. Such control from Frazier. Riley Newman showing the look to Dylan Frazier. Hey, look, Dylan, I know I missed that, but I'm going to go there. Checking him. That flick from Christian Alshon sets it up.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how this match is going to play out. You know, are Riley and Christian going to try and attack everything they can? Do they want to dink with J.W. Johnson, Dylan Frazier? How are they going to play this? Oh, man.
The get. The get.
We're just going to see hands all match. I mean, these guys' hands are incredible.
All four players.
And one thing I actually noticed yesterday, and I'll touch on that in between points. Some classic Riley Newman defense, but a nice overhead from JW. So, you know, the past couple years we've noticed how in women's doubles, when they get in these firefights, they tend to back up. And everybody loves the women's doubles because it's just firefight, volley, volley, volley. Whereas the men have more put-away ability, and some of those firefights end a little bit shorter. But what I'm starting to notice, some of the guys are actually starting to back up into transition zone and attack more from the middle of the court. Because paddles are getting so hot, you can actually do that now.
I love it, Matt. Great insight there. Oh, and that ball sails just long for the side out, and great point, because we were just talking about that during quarterfinals, where we're seeing more and more attacks from the transition zone rather than reset. So depending on the player and the paddle that you're using, players have been getting away with attacking from mid-court.
Yeah, it's a total change in the dynamics of the game. Maybe a year and a half ago, any attack, even from the forehand side, from the middle of the court, in men's doubles, something like that, you just can't do it. It's just a drop. But the game has changed, and it's really exciting to see.
And a
just
gust
windy,
of wind.
yeah.
It's so funny because I felt that gust of wind to take my notes away here. Hands battle.
Ooh.
And Riley Newman caught a little off guard there with that spot.
Riley getting that soft dink to his backhand. Some players aren't as talented at speeding up off the two-handed bounce on the backhand side, but Riley's pretty good, but just two good hands on the other side. Does it again. Ooh. All the great action today. We're exclusively live on CBS Sports, and we'll be live on YouTube as well for the rest of the bronze medal match.
J.W. Johnson. A good timeout called by Newman and Alshon as they get the side out and are down by 3. Riley Newman there with a pancake forehand, but that ball is missed wide. What a reset. And what a speed up. Riley Newman full force into Dylan Frazier.
Yeah, great ball. Definitely what he wants to continue to do. Dylan's got great hands, but that's going to be tough to stop if Riley can get those soft dinks that he can just speed up straight away at Dylan Frazier.
2 points in a row for Alshon and Newman.
I'd like to see Christian drive the ball. He's starting to play more like Riley when they're on that back line there, but I want Christian to be more aggressive when they're trying to play defense like that. Oh. Wow. What a beautiful ball from Christian Alshon.
All right, fans. It's time for the most storied pastime of pickleball. We've got a pickle eating contest presented by Oh Snap.
J-Dub with a beautiful shot there.
Jake, Gabe, Brady, and Charlie. Okay? You guys can face the camera over here. Rules are simple. On go, you're going to eat the pickle as fast as you can. Whoever
Off the
finishes
net.
pickle and has the mouth empty wins. Are we ready?
Riley Newman seeing a lot of balls here.
You know, JW and Dylan come into this tournament as a #1 seed. We've seen players kind of go back and forth. It's been the #1 player. Is Colin the #1 player? Is Dylan? So more important than ever for these players to continue to play every PPA Tour tournament and try and seize that #1 player overall spot.
Who's going to finish first?
Oh my.
Make some noise for Charlie the pickle eater. He gets a silver medal. Well done, Charlie. Good job, boys. Special thank you to our main pickle sponsor, Oh Snap.
Oh, Riley Newman going full force again against Dylan Frazier. This time Frazier steps to the side.
Yeah, going for a body bag there. I don't think he was trying to land that ball in. Just hit as hard as he could right at Dylan. Dylan gets out of the way.
In New York City next week.
Great exchange there.
Cue ball, game 2, time in. 0-0-2.
Off the net. Yeah, and you saw a couple bait dinks from Riley Newman over to J.W. Johnson so that he could counter the attack off of J.W. Johnson, but J.W. stayed calm, cool, and collected, and when he was ready, was able to control the point.
Seems like JW and Dylan are really focusing the ball soft to Riley Newman's backhand side. That's how they've been playing most of these rallies. We'll see if it continues.
Riley's so quick to get his paddle on the ball. Oh, inside out forehand from Riley Newman. Down by 1 here in game 1.
And Michelle, would you just touch for the viewers on what is an inside out?
Yes, it's when you're hitting a ball from the center of the court or somewhere near the center of the court, and then you direct it to the outside of the court. And some banter from Riley Newman. You gotta love it. He is just so intense on the court. To get the side out here.
It looks like on Pickleball.com, the head-to-head historical results from these two teams, they've actually only played one time, and that was at last year's national championships in Dallas, Texas, Brookhaven Country Club. And Dylan and J.W. Johnson came out on top in 4 games. So at nationals last year, it was 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5, yeah.
Do you foresee any future where, progressive draws or the biggest PPA Tour tournaments are a 3 out of 5 format, Michelle?
I don't love that. Format. I think with the amount of play these players already have in and out every week, there has to be less tournaments if that format's going to happen. If we're going to see a tournament every week, we already have an MLP coming up in New York next week, and our next PPA is Virginia Beach in 2 weeks. I don't foresee it happening. And here we are, you guys. Game point, Christian Alshon, Riley Newman already. Off the net. The reset. The pickup. Oh, and the side out for J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier. Actually, the second serve for Riley Newman. My goodness. Good save there. 2 game points.
Wow, that was gorgeous. Dylan just leaning over the no volley zone line, flicking it away, and it is 8-10.
Oh, Christian Alshon, a timeout. what a take from J.W. Johnson to tie things up. They had 2 game points against them. What a reach. And Riley Newman looking for the around the post, but it wasn't there. And now, J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier with the game point. The timeout at 9:10 did not work for Alshon and Newman. Presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. We're having such a great time here at the Lifetime facility in Peachtree Corners, Georgia, where it is electrifying here. And Championship Sunday is not a disappointment. Dylan Frazier, J.W. Johnson saved 2 game points in game number 1. Even after a timeout called against them, they were able to pull through and take it 11-9. So let's see how game 2 plays out here. Grandstand point of the day.
Yeah, that's a great example of what we talked about at the beginning of this match of how, and we've seen a slight shift in men's doubles, these players backing up a little bit in those firefights to try and stay in those.
Amazing play there.
JW
Resets,
all
overheads.
over it.
Yeah. Oh. Nice duck from Christian Alshon as he speeds up to J.W. Johnson. The hands. And that's what it takes, Matt, to win a side out, to take a side out. The speed up, and it works cross court against Dylan Frazier. We saw that yesterday in the semifinal match. Yaume Martinez-Vic was just tearing it cross court into Dylan Frazier, and that was what got them into the gold medal match playing on CBS Sports right now.
Michelle, so Riley's just crashing on, and Christian's kind of back when he's driving the ball, and Riley's just going for it. Some teams don't do that, but Riley's so good at it. What do you think? He's just so big.
Yeah, great point there. You know, a player who really trusts their partner is going to come up and crash. I am one to settle in myself, so I do not play that style. That's not my style, but it's a threatening look for sure. And Christian Alshon's able to be that with Riley Newman. I mean, Christian Alshon is not crashing. He's actually staying back and working his way in. But with the threat of Riley Newman being at the net, it definitely puts some pressure on Frazier and Johnson.
Yeah.
A lot of middle dinks coming from J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier. A lot of balls coming to the center of the court, not the outside. There's that one behind Christian Alshon. Great patience from all four players.
Sometimes your dinks are just so good, there's no opportunities to attack. One of the first rallies we've seen like that.
That's old school. Riley Newman coming over.
Yeah, so okay. Some teams just do not move like that. They move together to the line. Riley's crashing and hoping that either Christian sets him up with a great drive where he can just put away the forehand or the backhand. But if you have to have top-tier hands to do that because he's going to get an attack right at him very quick, especially if there's a pop-up from Christian.
Well, I feel like all the players on this court definitely has top-tier hands.
Oh, absolutely.
So now it's just all about taking risks. And the speed up is not going to work against Christian Alshon. J.W. Johnson's backhand flick is so dangerous, but Alshon doing such an incredible job at making it look easy to counter. Dylan Frazier adding another hand to his backhand. The reset. The speed up with the off pace from Riley Newman. Sometimes that off pace speed really does the trick.
Yes, that was definitely a kind of a change-up attack, trying to place the ball.
You know, you have a certain type of mode. If it's 1,000% and then all of a sudden you give 20%, it really throws off your opponent in the timing. Oh, Christian Alshon looking to defend, but Dylan Frazier on top. Nice counter there from Dylan Frazier, giving the opportunity to J.W. Johnson to come in with the forehand and put that ball away. And with that, Christian Alshon and Riley Newman call a timeout. They need to take this game in order to go to a third and have an opportunity for the bronze medal.
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click Leagues today to get started.
Sunday, everyone is super pumped up to watch the best pickleball in the world here at the Carvana PPA Tour. This side out, or the timeout, unsuccessful for Newman and Alshon.
Riley and Christian coming into this tournament as the 8th seed, but I think some of that is just that Riley didn't play quite as many tournaments. I think they're definitely probably a top 5 team the way they've been playing this year.
Absolutely. I would agree with you there. This is going to give them the points that they need to really show what their true seed is here. That's the speed up we love from J.W. Johnson on the backhand flick.
And we saw how strong this duo is, Christian and Riley, last year when they won that MLP title. Speaking of MLP, we have an incredible event next week in New York City, so you are not going to want to miss MLP New York City. If you've never been to MLP, if you've never been up Northeast, definitely want to go. Get your flights. There's still time to get tickets for MLP New York City. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, the reset. Wow, incredible action with all hands on deck there.
Yeah, I really liked Christian's attack on JW down the line. He barely got that ball back, and then just too good of hands from Dylan and J-Dub. 6-4. Michelle, have you seen as players have started to hit the ball with more pace, paddles have improved, have the number
Have they
of
improved?
Well, yes, they have, but have there been more cross-court speed-ups
Yes.
now? Are you better able to attack anywhere you want?
Great question. Great speed up. Yeah, it's kind of, because I'm an old school player, people used to get punished for trying to speed up cross court, right? And now, because there's so much velocity coming off of these paddles because of the technology, great shot by Christian Alshon, by the way. It's tough to know where the opponent's really going on the cross court. So not only are they going cross court, it's coming at you 1,000 million miles per hour, and that ball stays in. Dylan Frazier so clutch.
Yeah, your reaction time on these cross-court attacks is almost what it used to be going straight ahead. So it's totally changed, and pickleball just gets more exciting every day. And that ball's not coming back.
No, but it is really exciting. But also, it's just you're seeing a lot of points won on just a big serve or a big return. Oh, great reset from J.W. Johnson. Another reset from Frazier.
Wow.
Something
What
that
a rally.
will always remain true, I hope, in pickleball, is that the reset will give you advantage, to give you time to then be offensive or defensive or neutral. Something that has always stayed true in the game.
Three battle going on right now, but until the match continues, we've got a very lucky row right here. This third row over here has won the Selkirk Lucky Row reward. Do you guys all get a black Selkirk lanyard? The third row over here. No one else gets one, just you guys.
Woo!
We gotta share. You gotta take one, pass it down. Pass them all down. Everyone in the third row.
Wow.
Make sure we all get
Whoa.
What a rally. And the put away by Christian was just perfection.
A little missed here on Grandstand Court. Hopefully it doesn't become heavy rain.
8 seconds. One timeout. One timeout. Continues during the match. Time in. 5 check. 1.
Punished by J.W. Johnson. Two points away from the bronze medal here.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness, what a get from Dylan Frazier, but the call was just wide there. The refs unable to overturn the call. Big drive from Christian Alshon. And here we are. Threatening looks from Christian Alshon. Riley Newman with a pull and successful with the combo.
Yeah, we saw Riley just crashing. That time it was Christian crashing. It's different when you're on the right and left side. But Christian's hand's so good on that point. And a little bit of a run here. They're coming back 7-9.
What a look from J.W. Johnson, and sees Riley Newman coming over and crashing. We've been talking about that this entire match, and J.W. sees it, is not threatened as he goes behind Riley Newman. What a get from J.W. Johnson. And the put away from Riley Newman. That ball is not coming back.
Game point, time in. 10-6-1.
That's just overcommitting there. You know, he's crashing, but coming over with his backhand side and pops it up.
Some great exchanges here on Grandstand Court. Wow. Lightning speed hands here. And that overhead and the angle is just too good from J.W. Johnson.
Riley's trying to dial in his drops and resets. I think the wind might be affecting the ball just a touch on court.
Riley Newman getting burned behind him on a couple side outs here. We've seen J.W. Johnson just go right to that spot as Riley Newman's coming a little too far over to Alshon's right side. Nice drive. Some patience here. And the patient rewards J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier. Dylan Frazier, J.W. Johnson called an offensive timeout and have their third match point. The lob. Dylan Frazier is there to punish and take the bronze medal match. Dylan Frazier, J.W. Johnson defeating Christian Alshon.